this latest new Epstein release, it has just been discovered that there are two different accounts of what happened on that night in the logbooks. Holy macadamia nut. You don't want to miss this. I've got a lot to share with you today. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, your favorite snack. Your boy Nez is going to take care of everything. So here's what we got. Newly released Department of Justice documents show that investigators reviewing surveillance footage from the night of Jeffrey Epstein's death observed an orange-colored shape that you see on your screen right now moving up a staircase toward the isolated Lactia, where his cell was located at approximately 10:39 p.m. on August 9th. That entry in 2019, that entry and observation log of the video from the Metropolitan Correction Center appears to suggest something that has never been reported by Kash Patel, by Dan Bongino. Remember that interview they gave Maria Bartiromo? He killed himself. There's nothing going on here. Everything. Well, check this out. This is crazy. I want you to look at this brand new release of the log entry. You will see highlighted right there. You will see it says at 10:39, a flash of orange can be seen going up the stairs. Inmates are currently on lockdown. It is possible someone is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs. The FBI describes the fuzzy image as possibly an inmate. So why is it different from what they said? The final report by the Inspector General stated at approximately 10:39 p.m. an unidentified CO appeared to walk up L tier and then reappeared within view of the camera at 10:41. So official reports state that he unalived himself before 6:30 a.m. when his body was discovered by a corrections officer delivering his breakfast. There's never been any official time of death. In recent months, even, there have been questions about the work of investigators. I've shared this a million times. These new records raise more questions about activity near Epstein's tier late that evening. I mean, this blows up the entire narrative, everybody. This was supposedly his actual prison uniform right there, orange. And then you see all this linen in there. That was a photo that was taken inside Epstein's cell. So what is going on with this little focused orange piece of linen passing the security camera footage at that time? Well, what we did is we took an extra powerful telescopic, microscopic telephoto lens, and we discovered this. Oh no, how did that get there? Of course, who's surprised by that? Okay, all kidding aside, check out this clip right here, which breaks down everything we just talked about.
Epstein is seen for the first and only time on camera at 7:49 p.m. when the Department of Justice said he was escorted to his cell from another wing of the unit. It's important to note here, you don't actually see Epstein ascend the stairwell to his cell block. Remember what Dan Bongino said.
There's video clear as day. He's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it.
Let's zoom in and play that again in slow motion. Here's the sliver of stairs. Epstein is here with his escort, and they walk off screen. When the FBI released the video, they said anyone entering or attempting to enter the tier where Epstein's cell was located from the common area would have been captured by this footage. But with the primary entrance here, the pathway from the entrance to the stairs is completely out of view of the camera. For the next hour or so, corrections officers and inmates are seen moving about, preparing for all prisoners to be locked down. At 8:21, another inmate is seen being escorted toward the stairs leading to Epstein's cell area. No movement is detected on the stairs again. By 8:24, all of the inmates appear to have been taken to their cells. Noelle told the Inspector General she visited Epstein's cell at about 10 p.m. You can see her head in that direction here, albeit closer to 10:30, but not climb the stairs. The rules require rounds to be made every 30 minutes, but according to the report, this was the only time anyone checked on the inmates that night. There was even a sign printed on orange paper posted on the guard station saying mandatory rounds must be conducted every 30 minutes on Epstein, as per God. This was because of concerns about his risk for. At 10:38 p.m., the report says someone, probably Noelle, carries a bundle of bedding or clothing up the stairs. It's a rare instance the video does catch movement on the stairs, but barely. Let's see that zoomed in and in slow motion again. Several of the video forensic experts we spoke with were skeptical about the report's conclusion and thought that the video could be showing an inmate walking up the stairs. Authorities say this was the last time anyone approached his cell block until his body was discovered the next morning. Again, while the video does not contradict that, experts who viewed the video say the limited field of view makes it impossible to definitively conclude that no one used those stairs in that time period. Beyond this, there are other issues our investigation and others have uncovered. At 11:21 p.m. and 34 seconds, a cursor appears briefly on screen, indicating the video may have been recorded with a camera or a screen recording and was not an export of the RAW file. The FBI said it had seized the prison's hard drive 5 days after his death and had released the full RAW footage this month. Two experts told CBS News the video's metadata, which tracks how a file is created and changed, shows it's made from two clips stitched together in editing software. Those experts also say the video was edited and saved multiple times. Next up, the now famous missing minute. At 11:57 and 35 seconds, an individual appears on screen from the direction of the main door. It's likely this is Michael Thomas arriving for his midnight shift and replacing the other staff member on duty who'd been working from 4 to midnight. Noel was starting a second shift of 8 hours. From that point on, only Noel and Thomas were on duty during the critical window when Epstein is believed to have died. At 11:58 and 58 seconds, the video jumps to midnight, and the aspect ratio of the video changes slightly, another indication it may have been edited. Zooming in and playing back in slow motion, you can see a slight shift in the shape of the figure standing or sitting around the officer's desk, but otherwise, nothing changes. Attorney General Pam Bondi attributed the missing minute to a nightly reset of the security camera system.
There was a minute that was off the counter, and what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999, so every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing, so we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night.
That additional video has not been released, and a government source is alleged to CBS News the FBI and other agencies are in possession of the full, unedited footage. Why the FBI did not release that is unclear, and the agency offered no comment. Importantly, the Inspector General gives no indication there was a minute missing when their team reviewed the video. We can surmise the male staffer working the 4 to 12 shift would have left during the missing minute based on the report, leaving just Noel and Thomas. But that is not seen on camera. Serious problems with the government's investigation and witness statements.
So after all that, I think the biggest piece of evidence, which just really adds to the confusion, never mind the actual security guard who worked that night, who posted anonymously that he thinks he was switched out, is this discrepancy. The FBI analysis at 10:39 says a flash of orange looks to be going up the LT stairs, could possibly be an inmate escorted up to that tier, whereas the actual OIG analysis in the 2019 report says all the inmates are currently on lockdown. It is possible someone, who is this someone, is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs. That flash of orange, ladies and gentlemen, is forever going to be the mystifying piece of this puzzle. So it seems abundantly clear that we don't know what's going on, and wait till you see what I'm going to share with you right now that even proves even more in the wildest way imaginable that Epstein might be still alive. But this type of lying, deceit, and fraud, it just keeps happening over and over. If they can get to Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, like who else can they get to? You know what else seems out of control and full of fraud? That's Medicare. A lot of people have no idea. And I get it too. I mean, anything medical is really confusing, especially when it comes to coverage. Most people don't even know they're probably on the wrong plan, and they have it's not of any fault of their own. The system is super corrupt. People are often paying thousands more for Medicare coverage than they need because they were given bad advice. That's why I've decided to partner with Chapter. This is a free resource for my audience. They've already helped scores of my listeners save thousands on their coverage. They're not salesmen. They even will help you and tell you, hey, you're actually on the right plan. You can keep your doctor. It's totally free. They're unbiased. Check out these testimonials. One viewer here says, I just signed up with Chapter. I was on the phone with the guy for close to 2 hours. It was an amazing process. The most honest Medicare call I've ever made, and no broker fees, just good, honest information. Great share of Professor Nez. And then here we have Teresa says, I just got off the phone with Chapter, was able to save over $1,000 a year by calling them. Thanks, Professor Nez. So do yourself a favor. Call this number right now, 656-218-0931. Totally free. Again, 656-218-0931. And tell them Professor Nez says, hey. Okay, strap in, folks, because this is just going to get wilder and wilder. DOJ files show Epstein had the email littlestjeff@yahoo.com linked to his main gvacation@gmail.com. A May 2019 receipt shows a $25.95 V-Bucks purchase on Fortnite. Internet sleuths have found a Fortnite account, Littlest Jeff 1, with an Israeli flag. If you don't know anything about gaming, don't worry about it. My son plays Fortnite, but this is the crazy part. So the stats show activity on this gaming account ran from August to October of 2019. Epstein was supposedly unalived on August 10th, 2019. This account shows wins logged into 2025, and the profile went private today after this went viral. Someone was playing Fortnite on Jeffrey Epstein's account after he was... So who had access? Who had access to this? What could the only plausible explanation be, for crying out loud? Check out this quick clip from Asmongold, another YouTuber who really breaks it down. Watch.
Epstein's Fortnite account is active in Israel? No. Fortnite tracker. We have, all right, gentlemen, we have the Fortnite account right now. Let's pull it up. The profile has just been made private. And this is Littlest Jeff with jeevacation@gmail.com. It could be a troll, but how could it be a troll if they did it so far in advance? The account isn't brand new. It was discovered. This is Epstein, isn't it? Dude, who is this guy? Someone posted the photo without the beard on your Discord. Guys,
just give you a little bit of context. Bill Gates kicked him off Xbox. He actually got his Xbox banned. He was banned from Xbox because he was bullying or harassing other players. But the key there is what Asmongold said was, full credit to him, if this is actually a troll or some weirdo who hacked his account, how would they know to hack it that far in advance if it was used in May of 2019 to October of 2019, well after he unalived himself? This is not a fake account. It was discovered. Tell me that doesn't tell you everything. So I ask you guys, how can we not surmise that there is a very strong chance, way above 50% chance, that this dude is alive, that this dude is living in Tel Aviv, maybe Israel, and he's playing video games? Maybe he's got like a burner account on Twitter and he's trolling people? So let's just say everything that we've discovered pans out and it is actually true. This guy's living in Israel playing video games. He was switched out, based on that guard's anonymous post on 4chan and all of this mounting evidence. Let's just say it's true. He's still alive. Who helped him? Why? Well, we have one clue right here. I want you to check out this clip. This is a hot mic moment of ABC's anchor Amy Robach at the time. This was back in 2019, after he was, unalived, etc., admitting this on camera in between segments. You got to watch this. This is amazing.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed, because I'm just like, oh my God, it was what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific this country has ever known. I had it all 3 years ago.
I mean, this is like the lore of the ages in pop culture, American culture, worldwide culture. You know, people think Elvis is still alive. People think Hitler's still alive. People think all sorts of celebrities. Jim Morrison, they say he might be still alive. How many people have faked their own demise in order to escape all this stuff? I mean, some of the people in Nuremberg, the Nuremberg trials, these guys, like, I think it was Goering, who was it? Somebody was found, years later in Argentina, living a full life. I can't remember. Some of these high profile Nazi lieutenants and officers were found in Argentina 30, 40, 50 years later. I mean, this is so crazy. Here's my question to you guys. What do you think? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no. Is Epstein still alive? I can't wait to hear from you. Please tap that thumbs up if you love America. We're trying to make common sense go viral. You can even do it with your TV remote if you're watching on TV. I can't wait to hear from you. Here's my full playlist right here. Go check that out if you want to get caught up on everything. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.